So this is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy Greg Gray. It's Dope Living TV Live. Whew. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. How's everybody doing out there? Man, look, y'all got to stop with these memes. Y'all got to stop with these old funny memes, okay? Because some of them are getting out of hand, all right? Some of them are, all right? Gina, don't laugh because
I can't. Some of them are hilarious, though.
But they getting out of hand. Yeah, they
are funny.
They're getting out of hand. They're getting out of hand. Mo, they're getting out of hand.
They're getting out of hand. I saw the Thundercat one. Y'all seen that one yet?
Did you see the one? Hold on, let me get everybody on here.
Hold on.
We should have put those memes up. We should have put those memes up. Oh, man.
Like
the Thundercat one. Oh, the
well,
Thundercat
one.
Yo.
Greg has a look like he's getting ready to put some up. Look at them.
Look, they had me rolling. Okay.
I know you, Greg.
Oh, man.
Let me tell you something. If you want to be entertained.
Oh, I love it. I love that.
Get out.
Yes, sir. Martin Luther King
like
with the chair. I like that.
I like that one, too.
You've gone too far.
Oh, shoot. That made my head hurt laughing.
You've gone too far. Look at this crap here. Look at this. Chair. So there was just minding my own business.
And all of a sudden.
They interviewing the chair, really. But did you see the chair chains, gold chains with the chair on it?
No.
Wait, they had gold chains with a chair.
With the chair on
it.
There was one where the chair was talking, and he said, "It's a good thing my brother didn't come out there." And it was a
desk chair, office chair.
Office chair.
Oh Lord,
that's funny.
Hilarious.
Then there was one where you remember when the guys, the black guy started coming to help the guy. They had things around like that was coming from an alternate universe. Okay, so they had the guys was coming through the orange rings. Okay, everybody coming to help the dude. Then they had one where the guy that was swimming, they zoomed in on him. And he was Aquaman.
Aquaman.
And then they showed the other black guy, and they were Captain America and this and that and all of these superheroes coming up. And then when the guy with the chair, they made it look like he was Thor throwing the chair. It was ridiculous.
They did one with Matrix too. You didn't see that one?
They did one with the Matrix too.
With the Matrix.
No. Did you see the one with Good Times?
Oh, with the picture? The picture of Good Times?
No. They did
the
whole opening.
There was music.
We need to find some of these right now, Greg.
That before the show is over, okay? But welcome to the show, everybody. We're talking about this, okay? Our guest James. Mm-hmm. He was unable to come today. He
went to go find him another name.
He had an emergency.
Wait, what?
For real?
He got tired of everybody calling him James. He needs something different.
Wait,
his name is DJ Supernatural.
You can call him what you want. He said his name is James.
But he got a first name and a last name as his last name and his first name.
You can never call him.
But the middle initial is J.
You can call me J. And you
I ain't mad at it. I ain't knocking it. That's just a big.
James.
It's just a big coincidence. I've never met anybody by the first name James, last name
Look,
James.
mom and dad was like, look, we ain't got to think about this. Just call him James. Give him the last name.
I really wanted him to come on because I wanted to find out
He's texting me right now.
What the other J was, because it's James J. James.
James. It's Jimmy.
Yes.
If it's James, I'm
Jimmy
tripping.
James.
Yes.
If it's James, I'm walking
Jimmy
off the show.
Yes.
Yeah, family emergency.
Maybe it's Jeffrey.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or maybe it's James.
He had a family emergency.
Call
Yeah,
him
that don't
James,
mean
or you
that
can call
don't
me
take away from his
JJ.
name.
I wanted to ask a question though. So I was going through a bunch of stuff because actually, I ain't gonna say what I did today, but I was looking at a bunch of TikToks, and these ladies were in. The ladies were going in talking about how to treat a man. All right. So let me ask you, ladies, these two on the panel, and guys, you can jump in too.
I'm pleading the fifth.
I might too.
If a woman asks you or tells you, hey, look, you got to come up to my standards in order to be with me. Okay. All right, I get it. But if that man, wait a minute, coach. If that man meets those standards, okay, what do you bring to the table? Why should I allow you to come to me? I've elevated myself to what you said, okay. But what if I have standards? All right. What do you bring to the table? Can you meet my standards?
What's your question?
That is the question. What's that? You know, if can a woman, when she puts that out there like that, you know,
is that the only standard that should be met? Is that what you're asking?
I'm saying she has a list of standards. You know, I want the man to do this. I want the man to do that. I want him to have this. I want him to have that. Okay, but what do you have? All right, you're saying all of this right now. What do you have? Is that a realistic expectation from women?
You know what? Maybe the woman has everything that's already listed on there.
Nah.
So, well, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer this. Maybe she has everything that's already listed on there, and she also wants you to be. She wants you to be able to match what she has.
Okay, now let me.
That's the way I'm thinking. I don't know,
and that's cool.
I don't know.
Let me put some more on there. Okay, so she wants you to. If she has all of that, she wants you to have that as well. That's great. Okay, maybe you have all of that already, and she just capping because that's what she wants. She wants you to. Take her shopping. She wants you to take her to them expensive restaurants and this and that because, even though that's not what the other man did, that's what she wants from you now. She says, well, I'm going to up my standards now, okay? So this is what I want. But what do you bring to the table? What are you bringing? Are you telling
what? I'm generally, when a woman is upping the standards or want the guy to up the standards is because her standards, she already has a lot. And he doesn't. And so she wants him to get to a certain level. I mean, and if the guy, if he feel like she's worth all that, yeah, he's going to do it. But you know what? Move on if that's a problem. But I can't see somebody with nothing saying, I need you to up your standards and I'm living in a hut.
That's my point.
Right.
Women feel entitled to that. That the man has to step up and do this and all of that stuff. But why would I do anything for you? And just so you guys know, this ain't me. I'm just saying I've heard it. These women came in today, and I'm gonna play a couple of them when I get an opportunity. Okay, these women went in today and they said, "Well, hey, I'm not doing this and that." If you can't listen to the man too and expect him to shut up when you're talking, and you're not giving him the same respect, why would he even want to be with you? Keep moving, bruh. Because this woman does not respect you.
Right.
I was listening
to
two or three women. It was like I was listening to TikTok, that something came on, then something, then another lady came on and said it. And I'm like, these ladies are going in because they're understanding that every time that they speak does not mean that a man has to emasculate himself. All right. He doesn't have to cow down just because he wants this. He wants this woman, but you don't have to settle. All right. There's a lot of women, Gina, contrary to what you said, there's a lot of women that will put those high standards up and they don't have them. They don't have them already. They're just trying to get it now. They're trying to
a means to an end.
Yeah.
Gold digging, pretty much what you're saying.
I didn't want to say the word.
I mean, that's what you're pretty much.
Well, it's either gold digging or sometimes you do meet people where you do see people where their standards are just too high.
Well, and
It's
then
like-
you got this here too. You got some women that done been dogged out and they not having it no more.
Now that part, yeah, I can understand that one.
A lot because they were dogged out, had it,
Yeah.
and then went with the wrong person. You never know. Both men and women come with a long list
Baggage.
and a long list of what they want, and just depends on the person that they're looking at, whether or not they're gonna, they either have it or they don't have it. And if you're having this big list and you're coming at this guy, this is what I expect from you, and da 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 da. To me, a little bit, where are you finding that guy? Because if you're in a crowd that already have people that are, of that caliber, if that's where you're hanging out, people of that caliber, you shouldn't have to say that. Now, if you down in the trenches, and I don't mean, I'm not really talking about anyone, but if you're like down in the trenches looking for someone, and why even humiliate that person, whether it's male or female?
My whole thing
men do the same thing.
My whole thing is this. First of all, if you're looking for somebody and y'all just met and you thought and he ain't asked you nothing about what you want, what to expect from each other. I mean,
that's straight gold digging right there.
Right, it's straight gold digging. But you got to remember, why in the Sam Hill, if you are with hanging out with these people, just like you said, if you're hanging out with certain people, you ain't gonna run up on nobody like that. And you're not gonna run up on if you run unless you're running in the streets down in the dirt somewhere.
I said in the trenches somewhere.
So I believe the moral of the story is, if you want a certain standard met, be around the people that meet that standard and that requirement, so then you can be fulfilled.
And just like they tell you, if you want to be a millionaire and do millionaire stuff, hang around with people that got that money.
And you have to know, but you also have to know how to carry yourself and to be a certain caliber yourself.
That
you
is
can't be
very
just
true.
straight skank kind of like, and just think you're gonna walk up anywhere and and insist on having a certain caliber, and you can't bring yourself up, whether it's finances or just the way you carry yourself, because you might not have the finances, but you know how you're articulate, how to pretty much like, again, how to carry yourself and to be able to deal with people of certain caliber.
Hey, BG Howard says the real issue comes when you have champagne standards but operate on a wine cooler budget.
Baby,
let them know, BG. Let them know. That's true. That wine cooler, like that's $10 for a 6-pack.
Oh, that bumper up there, that bumper. That, 40.
It's something else. I'm sorry I brought it up, guys. I just was listening to these women, and I'm like,
what were you listening to? What was that on?
TikTok.
Okay.
I was like, thank you, ladies, because a lot. I've ran into a couple of people who are so opinionated. It's like as a man, our opinions don't matter. Okay, it's like we can begin into a discussion, and I'll say something that the person didn't like, and the person will be like, well, no, and then they'll talk, and then I'll wait for them to finish, and then I get to talking, and they interrupt, and they say, and it's like, man, can I get a word in, please? Won't let me do it, but hey, it's cool. I'm good. And it's not recently, like I said, and I'm not really speaking about me. It's just overall, man. Look, where am I at here? Listen to this one. Listen to this. Hold on, let me set this up real quick.
Let's see.
Let me set this up real quick.
Did we do our disclaimer yet?
Yeah, I always do it right off the bat. Here we go. Look, check this out.
Women's definition of a man is somebody that they can control, somebody that they can walk on, somebody that's going to give them their way, someone that they can tell anything to and they'll believe it. Some of these women don't want a real man. Some of these women want somebody that they can walk on and control and make you do what they want to do. Have a good day.
Okay.
And I mean, the
question is she single?
That's absolutely true. I can't take the Here's one: how most women sabotage relationships with good men. Let me see if I can get this up here, man, because y'all need to see this one.
I got something to say about that.
What, sabotaging a relationship?
No, about that. About that sabotaging the relationship. I got something to say about that. I was looking at it
before.
Well, I was looking at a situation. I want to hear what they got to say because I was looking at a situation and it could be similar. I hope it is. I want to know what they got to say.
Let me see if I can get this. I got to phrase my words correctly. Let me see if I can get this video up.
He said, "Not this
like that, huh?"
Say my words correctly.
The views expressed.
It is.
There we go. Check this out.
Women feel like they can do no wrong. And the crazy thing about it is the man is in an outstanding relationship now. And the woman is not. She's suffering. She's going through it. So she reached out to me, and this is a story I want to tell you guys. So she goes, Kitty, I did everything that you told me to do, blah, 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 blah. And mind you, I've talked to this man already. He's reached out to me. And everything that I taught them, everything I told them, utilize, implement, he's doing it now in the relationship that he is in. That was just the wrong woman. And I'm sorry, baby, if you see this video, I know I've already told you, you were just not the woman. So she asked me, Kitty, what did I do wrong? And I said, do you want me to be wrong with you? And she said, yes. Okay. So I told her, okay, you had this princess syndrome where you felt like it always had to be me, and everything that I said went. And that if I was not right, he was not going to be happy. You belittled him. You emasculated him. I said, you didn't watch your tone. You reacted before you responded. You didn't take time to comprehend what it was that he was saying. And he heard you nagging instead of actually listening. You waited to play that number plus one game. Okay, this is a number of things that you have done to me that he's telling you. And then you say, well, this is a number of things that you have done to me plus one. You had a warped mindset to where you believe that, hey, it's going good right now. And I need a little bit of attention. So bad attention is better than no attention. Instead of understanding that now you are transitioning into a healthier space. So there's going to be peace. It is going to be serene. But you didn't know how to adapt to peace and serenity because of your chaos from your childhood and your past traumas. You brought those into this relationship and you blamed him for the mistakes of your partner. I asked her, do you want me to continue? Because the list can go on.
You know, guys,
I need her to keep talking because I want to hear
princess syndrome,
It's
as she
so
said, this
funny.
fairy tale syndrome that a lot of you ladies have, that a lot of your friends enable, and y'all just end up in this perpetual cycle until maybe you get older in your 60s and 70s, you may realize, and sometimes you don't. But a man will tell you a lot of times, especially if he's a good communicator, he will tell you over and over. But instead, you ladies, a lot of times it's whataboutism. What about this? What about that? Or what about you doing this? And a lot of times men will sit there and be like, okay, they'll try to fix it. If he really wants to be with a woman, he will try to fix that if he really wants to. But sometimes, ladies, you have to understand men get tired too, you know. And that's one thing that a lot of guys are putting out content about this and talking about this. We get tired, man. We get tired of trying to make it work. We get tired of everything turning into an argument. If you're always arguing with your lady, you guys don't need to be together. These relationships go on far longer than they should be. But you guys try to hold on. Maybe you feel like she's the one, or she's beautiful, she gives you awesome sex, but she's always arguing, always trying to get an emotional reaction out of you because peace is foreign to her. She likes to have trauma. She likes to have drama. It's all negative energy, and you've been soaking it up for so long that you think it's normal.
Wow.
Dang.
Now, I have looked at a similar situation to this that I'm looking at with somebody that I know, and I feel that is exactly what's going on. Because this particular person feels like they know so much and they can always help them. But I said to this person, I said, maybe you need to stop trying to help him and let him be a man with you. Let him know what it is to make his own decisions when he's with you. Don't be his mama. Be his friend. Be the woman that he needs you to be. Don't sit
up with your chest, Coach.
because I'm trying to tell you, because a lot of times you as women don't have to insert themselves in the decision. Remember that 1 minute thought that I made a while back when I said, when a woman says it's hard and that man is trying to follow God, and at the end of the day, y'all both following the same entity. The entity just has to work through the man because he see the vision.
Come on, boy.
It's the same difference because they don't have that faith and they can't see it. When that man say, all right, baby, I'm gonna make this left or this right turn. Well, why should we make this left? Why can't we just go straight? Baby, that's what I'm led to do. You got to let that man make decisions and live for himself and make his own mistakes. Because if you don't let him, he will, like he said, he'll try to keep fixing and fixing and fixing. And then you look back, it's like, what the hell I've been fixing? I've been fixing myself for your toxicity. Okay. Yeah, I got a mouthful. I had to say it.
Hey, man, and we need to keep that mouthful going, man. Check this out. B.G. Howard said there's nothing wrong with high standards, but one has to be realistic. A woman might be looking for a doctor when the man who take better care of her owns the auto repair shop on the corner.
Come on now, BG.
But you know what? He can also be that mechanic, not necessarily owning the shop, and still making big bucks.
Absolutely. What's up, Derek Hines, my man's? What's going on, brother? Long time.
What's up?
Myron says indoor plumbing is more complicated than outdoor plumbing.
You know what?
Buildings too. but you know, I'm saying I brought this up because, man, I heard a lot of women, you know, and there are a lot. The other side of it is, you know, some of them are right because these on the other side, because these men just think that the women are supposed to bow down to them. But when you have a good look, here's another one that's talking about a good man. Okay, let's get this one in.
He got some deep ones today.
Man, come on,
right?
Because I was listening. Man, look, here we go.
Talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough to stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny to me.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because
maybe that's what
he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
That's why all these single women run around here.
I love it when women criticize women on stuff like this. I like it because now the men are removed and they can have a conversation about how they feel about it. I love these videos.
We're probably saving a bunch of brothers' minds right now because they're going like, damn, I thought it wasn't me. You know?
Yeah.
Gina, man, you're like,
Because my thing is, it's like this. Because she was talking about because he ain't funny, but do you have fun with him?
Right.
See, like Megan ain't got to be funny all the time, but I have fun with Megan. You know what I mean?
She's really technically saying strictly, because the person wasn't funny. I think she's just saying, checks all these boxes, but then there's a box or two over here that he doesn't check.
Okay, but is that a deal breaker? Come on now.
No, well, I mean, it depends on the person. If that's very important to you.
First of all, we got to learn to communicate. I mean, all this can be nixed by communication, sitting down and having that talk. And if she's talking like that, bro, you're supposed to be heading for the hills because you're going to have a miserable life.
Come on, Mo. Say that.
Communication is the key.
Because there's no point being in a relationship and then you got to hear that later on. It's no
Lord,
point.
Have mercy.
Go ahead, Marcel.
I don't think that anyone is going to really click every single box. And even while you're dating and you're thinking that they're clicking every single box, once you really get to know that person, I don't really think you're going to really get to know the person until you've been there actually for years. Because like we've said before on the show, for relationships, people have on their mask. They're trying to please you. They want you to like them if they're liking you, and they want, you to be accepting them. But not until like you're actually like really going out seeing them in different situations, like a family member, close family member, a parent, a grandparent, a child passes away. How do they act? How do they act when something really crazy goes on and they're really pissed off? When they're pissed off, how do they act? You really don't know, can't really know a person until you see them in different scenarios. Like a pet peeve of mine is being out at a restaurant and the man does not know how to eat properly. If I hear you smacking and slurping,
that's a problem for you, Marcel.
That's a big problem for me. I'm sorry. That's a problem for me.
She said she ain't doing it.
If they're snapping their fingers and being rude at the servers, that's a problem for me. Where you don't know how to treat people properly. And you're looking at people as though they're below you.
Okay, but you got to talk to him about it. Okay, Howard Heyman says hello, by the way, Marcel.
Hey, how you doing, hon? Hi.
Derek says indeed it has been. Bree says, ooh-wee. Byron says, I hate that a poor defenseless cat has to suffer from an owner who has an attitude. Bree says, hello, is everything.
Boy, retarded.
Many times people introduce you to their representative and you later meet the real.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Someone is just dirty, or you never know until you've been around them in the different scenarios, and you really see when they let their guards down. Then you really see like, oh my God, is this who I'm really dealing with?
It's true.
All right, check this one out, John. You got something to say, Coach?
Nah, I'm ready.
Okay, here we go.
Generation kept only between the elders of the tribes, but I'm about to spill the tea, put you on, and give you the goods. Tell you why some of the women that you consider ugly often have the best men and are treated better than the pretty princesses and the BBL baddies. By the way, I'm Phyla, a life and relationship coach for successful, smart, professional women. Specializes in working with Black and brown women. Teach you how to prioritize your needs, take sacred care of yourself, and create healthy relationships. The reason why those women that you consider ugly or unattractive or who don't fit the standard or societal ideals of beauty often get the best men and get treated the best is because they have more to offer than looks.
All right, I'm done with her.
I second that motion.
Y'all didn't want to hear what she had to say?
I wanted to hear everything she had to say. She caught me right there at the beginning. I said, yep, keep talking, sister, because you about to spit 1,000% truth. Go ahead, let me hear that video. Shoot, I was ready, man.
Are you gonna play the rest, Greg?
Nah.
Or more?
Okay, fine.
I was ready, man. She talking. Now we got to hear her try to sell herself again.
Than just their bodies, and they have more to give than just their goodies. And even when a man thinks that he wants the pretty princesses and the BBL baddies, it's usually all based in ego, what he's been conditioned to believe about what is attractive in a woman, and what he thinks is going to make him be perceived as an alpha male when other men see him with his woman. But what often happens is that those same men who think that they want a certain type of woman choose the so-called ugly women to be their partners for life, to be the mothers of their children, and to be their wives. Because when they meet a woman who has something to offer more than just the physical, who has brains, who knows how to be a partner, who's kind and loving and caring, and who introduces him to having an experience with a woman that goes beyond the things he thought he valued, it can change his whole life. Because healthy relationships are built on more than just the physical attraction. They're built on more than just the outer appearance, and they're built on more than just sexual desire. So no matter what you look like, if you're a woman who wants to be in a relationship and who wants to have healthy partnership, learn how to actually engage a man instead of just entice him. If you're ready to take your relationship journey seriously.
She gets my drink.
I got a couple snaps.
I'm with
Gina,
on that.
You're quiet.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quiet until, because you know me, I get on a rant.
let us hear your rant.
No, you know what? I had to have this conversation with somebody today, going back to the first video that Greg played, and These young girls, they have a whole different outlook, and it's to
Sad.
me it's toxic and it's
Mhm.
unrealistic.
Where do you think that came from?
Social media,
Boom.
Yeah,
Videos,
definitely,
all of this
these
craziness.
definitely.
what's this, Real Housewives and things like
Hmm.
that. You know,
That's on a whole nother level. They're not, a lot of them kids ain't even on that level, and they trying to get on that level.
yeah.
They
I,
just
I,
exposed
I'm
us
in
too
agreement with
much.
that social media. With the
And they
social media
don't
and
know
looking at
how
these
to
videos.
deal with the real relationship, because a real
Mhm.
relationship is not like a relationship you see on television.
Yep.
Nope, it's not
That's it, Gina.
And
disrespectful. None of that stuff.
that's what they're looking for when they go into a relationship. And if it's not that televised relationship, then they don't want to stay in it.
Well,
Look,
they
I
got
had to
these
tell this
standards that they're looking for.
individual, we are in times where both people in the home has to work. It's those times where the woman can sit at home and paint her nails and watch
Be a
soap operas
housewife.
all day. Those aren't the
Yeah.
times anymore.
Mhm.
It takes two to make a successful household these days.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it does.
she's upset because he's requesting that she works, and she feels like, well, he's the man, he should be the man of the house. He's not a man because he can't take up all the bills and take care of me and take care of this and take care of that. But that's fantasy.
And you know what? When you said that, I used to tell a lot of the young women who wanted, I'm going to just be the housewife and I'm going to keep the house clean and I'm going to cook or whatever, how they were trying to say, the two different roles. But the thing about that is, if that man that you chose and you agreed to be with only makes a certain amount of money, then you need to learn how to be able to live within that budget of what's coming in that house versus how some, they want to nag and nag. Well, you need to get out there and get 2 jobs. You need to do this. Why can't I, go to Nordstrom's, and things of that nature and just go wherever I want to go to shop and not even look at a price tag.
Definitely.
And so I'm like, if that's what you're trying to do and that's the type of household you're trying to have, and you're looking at this man saying, this is how, I want it, then if and I'm just going to say a low ball figure, just stupid, say 50 grand. If that's the only thing coming in the house, and that's got to take care of the household, the food, the utilities, the insurance, and everything else that goes along with that, then that's how you're going to have to live under that budget or get your butt up and work.
All right, so
You know what? One of the things that I don't know if it's an age thing. I don't know if it's the era. One of the things that women don't realize is that you don't take that respect away from a man.
There it is.
You don't belittle him. You
That's
don't,
it.
and you see it so often. I don't know how many times I've been in a restaurant or out in public, and the female is just going off on her guy.
We got to build up our kings.
That's something that's taught in the church.
What?
And it's something it should just be common sense.
Listen to this brother here.
Just don't do that.
No, you build them up.
Listen to this brother here. Check this out.
So.
Like, it's a lot that's going on in your girl life, and a lot of times, women have their ways of communicating it, but we as men oftentimes tune it out. We so self-consumed with what's going on in our lives that we just disregard our partner completely. And if you do that, the relationship is not going to survive. Don't expect them to just know how you feel about them. Nah, you need to communicate that. You need to lay that down over and over and over again until it's drilled into their head.
What is that playing in the background?
That's why I stopped it. It was annoying. But he did something else.
You barely hear him.
He did something else that was really, 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 it was good. I gotta find it because he spit some facts. But while I'm looking for his, check this sister out. She ain't got no hair.
She bald headed.
She's a fake, baby.
Say a fake.
When a black man loves you, his healing is taking accountability and is soft and gentle and smiling. Ugh.
That girl took care of. You see that? She ain't worried about none of this. She trying to give y'all some advice. That girl took care of. You see the sunshine on her face?
That was confidence. That's what that was.
No, she just had a throwback from last night when she was saying that.
Now, here's a lady here. This lady, now this one I know for sure. She's spitting straight facts. All right. And I know Gina gonna have a lot to say about this one. Hold on, Gina. Here it comes.
Greg, like, okay, I gotta play it.
I gotta do it right away. My fault. Here it comes, Gina. It's black and white though.
Let's go.
Trey Kearney. I'm a certified life and relationship coach, and I have been studying Black men extensively for the past 6 years. I have been collecting data on Black men from Black men through research, through interviews, and through coaching. And this is what they're saying. This is what they're saying. This is Black men who are speaking their truth. So ladies, I want you to come on here. I want you to learn. I want you to listen, and I want you to grow. Don't come on here to debate and argue and say what Black men are not doing and what Black men need, because this is data from Black men. So if you are here to learn, this is for you. If you're not, then you can go. The door is that way. I appreciate everybody who's going to come on here to listen and learn. I'm all up for healthy debates, but disrespect will not be tolerated. You will be blocked, deleted, and let go. So welcome to my world.
Yeah, thank you.
I love her hair.
Huh?
Okay. Are you gonna play more because she was so busy with?
We ain't get to it.
Right.
We didn't get to it.
Oh, he don't want to hear it.
No.
Do we have to not hear it because you don't want to hear it?
No, it's over.
Oh,
that was it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, she's telling us we can't do this. It's not to be debated and blah blah blah.
What,
And then
what she's saying is tune into her podcast is what she's saying. Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, Byron says my mother used to say that you don't really get to fully know a person until you're around when they shit shaving, babe. He says entitlement syndrome is real. BG says I had a woman who was a 12, but the attitude made her a 2. Notice had as in past tense. Pretty doesn't always get it. You've got to have something to offer from the inside.
Facts.
That has some brains, though, to be detained. You know?
He says, but what about the guys who think you're the pretty one, but we have more to offer, but you don't look deeper?
Yeah, correct. I like that.
You know what? In my past experience, the pretty girls get dogged out. They get used.
That's the ones who don't have a brain.
I say
they get used. A lot of them don't have a brain. They get used. I've seen it time. I'd be like, why is she going through that? And she's so pretty.
Don't have to take that jack. Yeah.
Well, I disagree with that, man. I disagree.
Well, you got to remember though, Greg, women have a different scale that we have. They say pretty, you know what I mean? But in your mind, you thinking the fine ones. You know what I mean? So that scale of pretty and fine is a little different. That might be the chick who just cute to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a big booty.
Kind of big booty, kind of in the middle. You know.
I mean, the truth is
pretty get used. Pretty get used.
Some.
Okay, so the man, I don't know. This dude that I'm getting ready to play, man, he's talking about black men, and if you can't tell a black woman anything, I mean anything, you know what? I'm gonna let him say it.
That's kind of scary.
It's
kind of scary if it's a person you can't tell them anything.
Well, there's women out there like that. I mean,
yeah, women and men. Yeah.
Man, I want to name names right now.
Why?
Ooh, I want to blast somebody right now.
Put it in the chat. I'll do it. I'll blast them.
But
they don't know me.
Why do we need to know who it is?
Because maybe if we put it on this public like this, maybe she'll understand it. Hey, man.
No,
look.
I can guarantee you she's gonna feel like you're putting her on blast.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. I ain't with her anyway. Anyway,
the question is, will she come on?
No, right. Of course not.
Oh,
Here we
okay,
go.
well.
Check this out.
If you can't tell her anything, leave her alone. Let's give more attention to women who are open-minded and actually want to understand and grow. This is one of the reasons we die so early forcing shit. Stop it.
Man, look.
To the point, yes.
I'm telling you this. That makes so much damn sense. It ain't even funny. And it's like I said, you want to ruin your life?
Mm-hmm.
Get to somebody you can't communicate with. That's what it boils down to. You
That's,
can't communicate with.
That's not a
That's
good
it.
thing.
That's it, man.
It's not a good thing.
That's it.
I went out twice with one guy years ago, and he was that type. We tried to talk, and it was like, don't talk. I'm gonna keep talking. I'm like, okay. You know, can I get an opinion? Can I have an opinion of this, or can I? I'll just talk. I'll just figure out.
That's the same thing men feel, man. You know, like I've been in one where it's like, hey, man, look, if I say it's blue, she say it's green.
Mm-hmm.
She said if I say it's definitely raining and I can prove it's raining, okay? She said, nah, it ain't raining, okay? That's coming from the trees. It ain't. I'm like,
you have some that just like to argue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some
women do like to argue.
Well, do y'all make up after y'all argue?
I'm gonna do it and leave.
I went on a date where you know, before me and Marianne got married. That's been many moons ago, but I went on a date where that's what it seemed like. Just want to start an argument to see how far she can push me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
This one just like the argument, and it got to a point where I was like, you know what? She's saying, well, your views are crazy. People, I don't know nobody that act like that. Well, I mean, that's me. I don't know anybody that a damn sure don't know anybody like you. Anyway,
I never did like that statement when it's tossed around because it's like we two different people and we together. So the chances of somebody that you're gonna meet that's exactly like me are very slim right now.
But then this person would always say, well, that's you know, I've never seen anybody like that before. Okay, that's stupid. That's and I'm like, that's what when you're telling a man something like that, okay? That's this and that. Do you expect him to be happy after that? So exactly. They also say, well, you got to start. The way that you started is the way that you continue. Okay. Why would I want to continue to do something with somebody who is never going to see anything that I'm doing as productive? Period. Nope. All right. So, man, I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm good on you, man. We cool. We can be friends. Better friends. We can be.
Maybe.
Oh my God.
Maybe I wouldn't even want. I don't think I'd want to be friend with someone that, you know, every time I open my mouth, you know, you gotta go the opposite or I'm wrong, and you know that gets tiring.
Yeah, 15 people got my number. She ain't one of them. Anyway, check this one out.
Talk to a white woman, they get mad. You want to think you're mad? I'm mad too. There's a lot of anger inside of me. What about us? Black women talk about me. What about us black men? We go through stuff too. We're tired of hearing the same thing of, oh, we're independent women. We're independent this, we're independent that. I'm independent too. We have a lot in common. You have this imaginary wall around you. I don't know who damaged you. And me being a black man, I have to suffer for what somebody did to you? That has nothing to do with me. I'm not the enemy. I get that a lot from black women, that we're the enemy, we're liars, cheaters, we're dogs.
Oh, baby.
Diary of a Mad Black Man.
Oh.
I have a journal I keep. And then when I show this side to women, they think it's a weakness. It's not a weakness, it's actually a strength. But then when I show this to you, to black women, you don't know how to receive it. Yeah. Because you're so used to being abused. It makes it hard for me to get to know this.
Black women look at me and say, I can tell you don't like us. I'm like, what? I don't like you? I love you, but I can't help it if I learn 20 instruments. I can't help it if I play flute, walk barefooted on the beach. And I'm from South Central. I was amazed at you. Because I even told you, I said, you're a beautiful girl. And I watched yesterday.
Michael, she's a beautiful woman.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Tell her.
Beautiful woman.
Yeah.
I said, you're a beautiful girl. And I told him, I said, this generation right now, people in their 20s, it's hard. Y'all making it hard on these brothers. We gotta wake up every day Everything has to be about status. We gotta buy this, even if we can't afford it. And then y'all on Instagram, beautiful, and you talking like you don't have no daddy. You sound like a dude talking, like you ain't got no home training. Oh, what the f***? And you say you a bad bitch? That's not a bad bitch. I'm talking in general. I'm talking about the general, how old are you?
22.
Yeah, your generation. Girl, you 22 years old, you doing this, you having hot flashes?
Yes, it's hot.
Michael, that's disrespectful. I want you to understand that. Why would you do that?
Because I'm being funny. I'm a different kind of personality. Now you're trying to make me look bad like I disrespected her.
You did.
I got a son with a black woman. My mother's black.
You disrespected this woman in this room at this time.
My experience is you guys are always mad. It feels like, you know, we're not good enough. You know, it's always, well, I want the guy who's popping, who's on.
I pop my own bottles.
Are you pissed off?
She can't respond to that.
Well, I can tell she's angry.
How does that then make you feel? What is your response to her anger?
It's like, well, I'll just date the Latin women.
Sometimes you just look at a black woman and go, baby, what are you mad for? You gonna give us everything, whip neck, everything you can with it, and then you just be like, baby, I didn't need that. That attitude scares a lot of men off. And like, can't deal with the attitude because as a man, I gotta get out here and get this money. And then you come home and you got a battle, you like, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
That's it. He ain't lying.
Oh, I gotta be putting it out there, don't she?
Hey.
She be bringing it to
Hey.
her. And you know, but the thing about it is, my whole the guy that said something to the girl is because of the, you know, the little thing that she did with the little hair, and you know, it was disrespectful for her to do that too. You know, little flick, do a little hair flick. You know, every woman in that room knew what that little hair flick meant.
And he was right about the bad bitch comment. He was definitely right about that.
Dead on.
Because, and the thing is, and I heard how the women, no, but you have to don't listen to respond. Listen to the words that he's saying.
Right.
He's trying to. He didn't call that woman that. He said that's what the generation say. You know.
That's what they call each other.
That's what they call each other.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And BG says pretty women often choose the bad boys and end up dogged out. Then this is they assess. I'm sorry, I said asses, didn't I? They assess that all men are.
And refuse to give a real man the time of day.
Refuse to give a real man the time of day. Byron says I used to date a friend of Greg's who was extremely argumentative.
Y'all getting closer and closer to his name.
Well, now,
what's the alias, Byron? We ain't got to know the name.
Wait. Did you have anything to do with a cassette? Or cassette?
Byron,
Did it
put them
start
in
with
the
a D?
comments. We're not gonna tell anybody.
It start with a D.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Hey, man, look, man, hold on, Danita.
No. No. Don't do it.
Man, let's get to.
You missed that,
Marcella, go ahead.
What? It's.
I really want. We should have him be the moment.
Take a quick break, redirect, regroup, refocus. Come on.
I got music.
You know, for this 1 minute thought, I was sitting back kind of thinking even earlier about what I want to talk about. But you know what, as I look at all these videos about black men and black women, one thing that comes to my mind is perception. And we can't allow all these different social constructs outside of us to change our own narrative and our own thinking about our own people. When was the last time you sat down and you talked to a brother? When was the last time you sat down and talked to a sister? When was the last time you really probed and asked certain questions to really tap into the mind of how somebody feels? You got to ask yourself that question when dating, because when you get the perceptions like Ayanla had, it's only because you want to know why people have listened to other people. And now, since in this case, the women listen to other women, or that perception might have been skewed, now that's the after effect of it, how those black men felt. So my message just isn't for black men. It just isn't for black women. It's just for black people. Get to know each other. Talk to each other. Let's not communicate, and let's stop trying to fit these negative stereotypes about us in relationships, and let's develop new ones.
Loving it.
You already know, man.
Thank you, brother Jeff.
Thank you.
Jeff.
You just one more in. It's my man's. He telling like it is. Y'all check this out. I don't care what y'all say. Not y'all, not my people, but y'all.
You said y'all's.
I no longer try to validate my actions by dismissing the way she feels about it. And I think a lot of times in intimate relationships, not in friendships, people do that. If your friend is hurt by something, a lot of times as your friend, you'll be like, oh, my bad, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. But then when your girl does something or your girl's feelings are hurt, it's like, well, I didn't mean to hurt you. I did it like this, and you shouldn't be hurt. You can't tell people not to be hurt by something you did. They didn't ask to be hurt. They hurt. So what we've learned how to do is just accept the other's feelings. You feel that way. I'm going to explain to you why I did it. I didn't mean to hurt you, but I accept the fact that you feel that way. And it's not just for a man to do to a woman. I be wanting my feelings to be validated too. And that's the manliest thing I can say about it. When my wife started to validate my feelings and say she understands how I feel, she didn't always agree, but she understood. I said, at least if you can understand, we can move forward. And that's why I feel like friendship to me is the foundation, because you have friends for life.
True that.
I like that. I like that. Yeah.
That is true.
That is true,
That's
man.
so true.
Tanisha's clapping here. She said your feelings are never wrong. Yeah.
That's the truth. People don't understand when they say, well, why are you hurt? Because it happened. That thing hurt me. And so the other person have to accept that. You can't tell a person how to feel. You can't tell them that they shouldn't feel this way or that way. You know what I'm saying? Accept the way they feel, and you address that, not tell them how they shouldn't feel.
Right. And that's regardless of whether they try to hurt you or not.
Yeah.
Still, I've heard people, well, I wasn't trying to hurt you, and it's like, that's neither here nor there. My feelings are hurt. And I'm not saying me, but just, in general, that person's feelings were hurt. And, I'm in agreement with Gina. You can't say, oh, you shouldn't be.
Yeah. Look, we had a great conversation today, man. I hope that it helped some people. Shout out to our guest, James. James, man, we'll see you next time.
JJJ.
Let's reschedule that.
Triple J.
Tomorrow, man, on the show, I showed you guys this picture, okay?
Yeah.
This is hand drawn. This is pencil drawn. All right?
I want a portrait of me.
Penciled that in.
Detailed.
Wow.
Picture drawn. He
Details
didn't trace this. He didn't trace this. Check this out real quick.
Man,
I want to buy that.
Man, that paid probably $5,000.
And he does this.
That one, that was gonna be $1 million.
By hand.
Michael Jordan. Yeah.
He does it by hand. Okay, Keegan.
Yeah.
Be here tomorrow to talk to us.
Ooh, it's gonna be some real ish.
Oh yeah.
Talk about
That's gonna be great.
his journey, man. And I told him, I said, hey man, Gina don't believe that you drew that picture.
This show was about me tonight.
Gina don't believe it. Okay, so he said he laughed.
I don't believe it either.
He laughed about it, and he was like, "Okay, I definitely got to come on." This man is very big. He's world. They know him around. All right, and he's done a lot of stuff, man. The man. Look him up, okay? I told Gina, some things yesterday. Look him up, man. He's not He ain't playing. Let's put it like that.
I want him to draw me.
Hmm?
No,
I know.
draw
I
the
want
5 of us.
that too.
Draw
Well,
the 5 of us.
He took for that Michael Jordan picture, it took 250 hours to do it.
It's so detailed, though.
You about to make me start calculating that.
Well, you think about it. If you look at the picture he was just drawn in that time sequence, you can see his sleeve changing color.
But look at the picture now. You see, he got, and if you look at the picture really closely and pull it up and go in close, all the faces look great, just like they did in the original picture. You even see Chicago Eyewitness News banner right there. You got the time and the flashes. The flash. He did
the Gatorade sign.
He took his time and did all of this.
Dang,
great sign.
that boy, it's light.
The expressions on people's faces. It's ridiculous, man. He said once.
Yeah, the detail to that background got me. That's what has me thinking he didn't do it. There's too much detail in there.
You see that video? When you see the video,
Not unless you blow it up. Not unless you blow it up really big so we can really see. Because here,
pencil
those faces look too like, what's that tiny that you can.
And so this was. I got some questions for him because this is what I thought he did. He took a picture of that background. No, he took a picture of the background and drew the person in front of it.
No, I would play.
Michael Jordan drew that on top of the background.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll play that video. Now the video's 5 minutes long, so we're gonna watch it in its entirety tomorrow. Okay. But
yes,
definitely.
He did every single piece.
That is definitely a gift.
Yeah, it is. Dude is dope.
He definitely understood the assignment. I'm telling you, man, I looked at it again, and then, like I said, I had a conversation with Keegan, and it's like, I'm like, dude, what's wrong with you? All right. He's got a picture of Kobe Bryant. He's laying on a basketball. He's done a lot of sports figures, a lot of them, and, which has gotten him. He even did this. No, he didn't do
that.
He could probably draw it though. He can draw it.
He probably draw that whole situation.
Did you get that little video reel I sent you?
I did, but I couldn't play it. It wouldn't let me play it. But let me give y'all a piece of it. We got 3 minutes. Let me give y'all a piece of this one. And he even did. Check this out.
Dang.
Dude, dope. He cold with it.
You see that? I mean, the detail. He put the hair under the armpits, the nipples.
The shadowing, the lighting, all of that.
See, I couldn't do that because I wouldn't know when to stop. I'd be so much of a perfectionist that I'd think something was off.
You hear his story, Coach, that's what he says. Okay, especially when he did that Michael Jordan, he was like, I got one piece down. Then I said, well, I got to get this other piece. Then I said, well, since I did this, I got to get the other piece.
Got to keep putting the people in there and make sure you got the details. So somebody that was in that actual picture go like this.
Yeah, that's going to be a good conversation tomorrow. That's going to be a great conversation we're going to have with him.
I'm telling you, you know what?
Keegan, don't cancel on me.
They all should be hiring him.
Right.
They don't have. They are
the president. Pictures of any famous person.
They
I'm
might
telling
be.
you, if I was a famous person, I would definitely have him draw me.
He's done it.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
done everybody. He's done some of everybody. Okay, but when it came to that Michael Jordan picture, that was the hardest one and the longest one. Seriously, it was the one that he said really, really defined him. And you know what? I can't tell it all, okay? Because I want
we gotta wait for tomorrow.
Yeah,
I can't wait. I can't wait to talk
Keegan,
to
I'm just
him.
saying,
I
man. I
mean,
know
that
you
is
watching,
a
bro.
talent.
Don't
That is
cancel.
a talent.
I'm gonna call you when we get off. Don't cancel, all right?
Yep, and draw the 5 of us tomorrow.
Now that will be dope.
The 5 of us.
We need that in real time.
He ain't gonna do it, but he might be able to do it. He might be able
She ready to pose. She gonna stay like that the whole show.
Be able to take us from here and
I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be like this the whole show.
But he's got to send 5 prints. 5 prints.
Oh
We're asking the man to see what he does for a living for free, but it's good. We're gonna see what Keegan to do for us. Okay, tomorrow on Dope Living TV Live. Okay, tonight, man, we got to get out of here. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Peace out.